Hi everyone, I'm Gabriel Zamora and thank you so much for watching. So for today's video, I am teaming up with the KKW Beauty team and they've allowed me to sneak into Kim's house. You can't see a lot of it, but it's fancy. Now I'm just kidding you guys, I'm not at Kim's house. I'm just here at the KKW Beauty studios and I had the pleasure of playing with their ultralight beam pigments and OMG, you guys, look at this look. This look was created with that. This video is not sponsored, but I did want to play more with the products and they were like, I mean, come over and film. And I'm like, okay. That's why the setup is different. I'm actually not at Ipsy. So if you wanna know exactly how I created this bold, honestly, holiday, you can wear this to any party. If you wanna go to somebody's like bar mitzvah, somebody's quinceañera, wear this to your quinceañera. Okay, if you wanna know how I created this and you wanna wear this at your quinceañera, then keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so I've started with my foundation base and my brows because I don't have brows and I don't wanna look crazy for y'all. So I'm gonna start contouring. I wanna do a very like effortless contour with this look because it's gonna be all about the eyes and the lips. So we wanna keep it very like skin-like. So to contour, I'm gonna use a cream contour. This is the light contour from KKW Beauty, the number 2 side because it's a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna start off right here. Do you see how light it is still? So it's just gonna add a very shadow-like effect. And then we're gonna go back in with bronzer later on to warm up the face. But right now I'm trying to give that like sculpted look first. And I'm grabbing the beauty sponge that I used to apply my foundation, just so that it blends it very effortlessly. And layer on as you go. Like it's very much a product that you can blend so effortlessly into the skin. So don't feel scared to apply a lot at first because I promise it's so creamy, it's so blendable. So the reason why I like the light version for this is because it creates a very cool toned shadow and it's more for sculpting as opposed to something more warm when it's more so for warming up the face. So when you use a very cool toned type of product, it's gonna give the appearance of a shadow. And a shadow looks like there's depth there, which means you have like killer cheekbones. And that's what we're trying to go for this season. And then we're gonna go down the nose. And now for the forehead, I'm gonna go in with the medium contour and I'm gonna use the number 1 side just because I have a slightly bigger forehead. So for this, since I'm not trying to define my forehead, I'm trying to close off the appearance of the forehead. It's smarter to just use the warmer contour color. We're gonna go with the number 2 side in this product, and that is the darker section, and we're gonna go in to the jaw. We want that very defined, sculpted jaw. It looks like a lot of product, but I'm telling you, it blends out so effortlessly. Not too much, just right there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And it added that warmth back a little bit, but it's still very sculpted from the light color. Let's do it to this side, just right there. Perfect. Okay, so now to highlight, I'm gonna grab my medium highlight from the KKW Beauty Contour, Cream Contours, and I'm gonna go in with the matte highlight side. I'm gonna keep it pretty low. I'm not gonna go too high. And then let's add a little bit right there. This is all about the structure of the face and the eyes and the lips. We're just gonna blend that out. And the reason why I put a little bit of white right here is because it's gonna help the disconnect from the contour of the cheek to the jaw. A little bit on the side of the nose, not too much, blending up, and then around the nose. Perfect. And now we want to set everything so that nothing moves. For this look, we're not trying to be very dewy. We're trying to just have that all over kind of color. So we're gonna set the entire face with our favorite setting powder. Currently, I'm using the Patrick Star MAC Cosmetics powder. And I'm gonna go in with the tip part of it and go underneath the eye first, because when it comes to your under eye, the moment you blend out your concealer, you wanna make sure you apply powder. If you set creased concealer, it will remain creased for the entire day. So you wanna set blended concealer. The under eye is the only area that I use precision, and then everywhere else I'm just gonna apply the powder. And the reason why I'm setting everything is because This is a very structured look, very strategically placed contours and highlights. So we wanna make sure that when you set it, it's gonna only stay there because we want those areas to be highlighted. We want those areas to remain contoured. So if you're gonna have a long day, you wanna make sure that your contour isn't like here by the end of like the day. Like, could you imagine? Be like, where are my cheekbones? Be like, they're by your jaw. Nose, I leave off to the end, mostly because I try to remind myself, go gently, because I have a very oily nose. So if I start to move everything, or like go in with the thing, it starts to move everything because I'm already so oily. Perfect. I want to start off with the eyes first, and I always do eyes before I do like bronzer and highlight because I like to just play around and make that the center of the look. For today, I will be grabbing this little nugget because it's right in front of me. This is the KKW Light Powder Highlight Contour Kit. But what you want to grab is a very like light, cool toned brown based on your complexion. So I'm gonna grab the light color in this palette because it's gonna be really good to keep around the lash area on your top eyelid as well as your lower lash line. And you're just gonna keep it close to the lash line just to emphasize the eye a little bit more and emphasize the overall shape. I'm not taking it up into the crease. I'm not taking it anywhere other than right there. And it'll just give a very natural smokiness without it being a smoky eye because we're gonna have a bold black lip. You don't wanna have a bold eye, a bold lip, a bold contour. You don't wanna have too much. Scale it back a notch sometimes. What was the saying Coco Chanel said? Like before you head out of your house, stand in front of the mirror and take one accessory off? Yeah, when it comes to makeup, take one thing away that you want to emphasize. So if you want it to just be the eyes and the lips, do that. But to do it all, it might be a little bit too much. So it just like emphasizes the eye. It adds like a sultriness to it without it looking like you put on a lot of eyeshadow. A contour powder is meant to blend out. So I'm smoking out the eye, but still making it look very blended. That's why it's a lot easier to blend it out. So if you like these powders for your face, also take them into the eyes. I think it's really smart. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do the fun part of the eyes. Okay, so what you wanna grab next is a gloss. The reason why this eye look looks so shiny is because it started off with a gloss and then we go in with the loose pigment on top of it. So I'm grabbing from KKW Beauty Ultra Light Beam Glosses. I'm grabbing the color Iridescent, which is like this gorgeous white, and it has like hints of blue and purple and like just everything. It's so beautiful. It goes on pretty much clear while still adding that iridescent shift. Leave a little bit of space near your lash line because you still want the lashes and the glue to be able to attach to your actual skin. And if it's attaching to a gloss, it might slip a little. So make sure you leave just a little bit of space for that. Seeing that already is just so pretty. Like, ooh, that kind of like wet, glossy look on the eye. And now we're gonna grab our iridescent powder. I'm just like so obsessed with this. And you grab your finger. I like to grab my finger and just start to go in. The reason why I wasn't scared to use a gloss on the eye is because when you mix this kind of like powder into it, it creates more of like a paste-like, so you don't feel like you have like this creepy wet eye look. So it tends to like absorb some of the moisture and it just gives you the overall look that you're trying to achieve. And then to amp it up a little, I'm gonna grab just a fluffy brush and I'm gonna grab the product dry and loose and I'm just gonna dab some of it on the back of my hand and I'm gonna put it around the eye area, on the areas that are dry, just to give kind of the both illusions, that wet but also that like shimmer. I'm bringing it all the way up to the brow bone because I'm using such a smaller layer of this that it doesn't look like this like, oh my god, it's just enough. And you have this like pearlized eye look. Grab some and just put it right on the inside. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. I like it. I love it. Now let's do it to the other eye. So remember, gloss, but not too close to the lash line. Set the gloss. And now with a brush, grab some pigment and go around that eye area. Bring some into the inner corner of the eye. Perfect. Okay, so now let me put on some lashes and then I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so now I have finished off the eye. I added some lashes. I'm doing lily lashes in the style Opulence. There's not a lot of hairs at the base of the lash, so it's not gonna be a lot of black. It's just very wispy and you can completely see through them, which I really like, but it still gives you that like false lash look, which I love. And then I added a little bit of black on the lash line to give the appearance of like a faux liner. If you know me, I love a shadow liner. So I added just a little bit of black just to make sure that the lash base blends really well. So for the skin, I'm gonna lightly bronze it up. So I'm gonna grab the bronzer in the medium powder and highlight contour kit, as well as the contour in the light powder and highlight kit because I wanted to like lighten it just a little bit, but not too much. So with my KKW's little brush, I'm gonna grab 2 of the bronzer and then 1 of the contour. Tap off excess and just, it still adds the warmth, but it's also sculpting at the same time. And then we're gonna do the same for the jaw. And this is also setting the cream contours that we did earlier a little bit more and emphasizing them. See, it's coming along just fine. I think my favorite part in every look is always bronzing up the skin, just because I love a bronzy skin, and just to be able to like play with how much product you apply is always really fun. And then one tip, you guys, if you ever feel like you've applied too much, grab a big fluffy brush and whatever setting powder you were using. I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I applied just a little bit too much on this side. So what I like to do is I just like to dust the inner edges of it and work towards it like that. And it lightens it up just enough to where you're like, you can balance them back out. Hey, it happens to the best of us. See, and now they look even. Yay, come on, contour. Now let's contour the nose. So I'm gonna grab an angled fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with light contour in the light highlight and contour palette. You wanna just go down the nose. We're not gonna apply too much because we were already cream contoured it, but just enough to set everything and still sculpt and define the nose. So to achieve that bold black lip, you want to make sure that you have a black lip pencil. I had to dig through my products, but I found one. This one is by NARS. It is in the color Nasty Girl. And it's just a black lip pencil. I have honestly faked this. You can use an eyeliner if I'm being quite honest. Looks like I have a little mustache. But the reason why I suggest using a lip pencil before you apply a black lip is because it can possibly like feather out and it can start to like bleed out and everything. So I don't carry the black lipstick all the way to the edge of my lip. I do the lip pencil at the edge of my lip. Just like this. And if you're a chola, you're done. Like this is the final look. But because not all of us are cholas, we're gonna have to like fill it in just a little bit more. When I line my lips, you guys, that's when I can tell my lips aren't like the most even. So with the lip liner, you can even them out. Now that you feel like your lips are fully lined, we're gonna grab our Kylie Cosmetics Dead of Night Black Liquid Lipstick. Oh, I love how these smell. Okay, so now that the lip is drying, we're gonna go in and we're gonna highlight. And to do so, I'm gonna be using the medium highlight palette, and I'm gonna grab the highlight part of my little brush, and I'm actually gonna dab in with the gold as well as this like pinkish one, because we don't want it to be fully golden, but we do want that highlight. And we're just gonna let's dive into the gold one just a little bit. You know what, let's dust just a little bit on the lips. We're gonna go in with Iridescent and with a very loose, fluffy brush. We're not gonna apply it rather wet. That's why I waited for the lips to kind of dry out and just give it back that sheen so they don't look too matte, since it is like a matte liquid lipstick. And then we're just gonna keep now dusting the gold ever so lightly just around the skin. Okay, so now let's set the face, and we are pretty much done with this whole makeup look. And this is the final look, you guys. This is my quinceañera look. No, I'm just kidding. This is the perfect look. I feel like it's so bold. Y'all know that for 2018, I was not that bold. I wore a lot of brown lips, not a lot of nude lips, a lot of glowy bronze skin. So for 2018, I wanted to start off with this look because I want to be more bold. I think that's what my goal is for 2018. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave any comments, questions, concerns down in the comment section down below. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye everyone. Bye everyone. This makes my teeth look so white. I need to wear black lipstick all the time. You just Could you imagine if this was my smile? They're like, smile.